Hello. In today's video, we'll be exploring the package.json file in Node.js. That's what I have up here on the screen. In order to get to the screen and get things started, you're going to want to get your project folder all set up in whatever IDE you use. I'm using VS Code. From there, you run npm, which stands for Node Package Manager, npm init-y. That creates the JSON file. After that, I went ahead and ran npm express, which creates the package.lock.json file in the node modules. When npm install express is run, npm identifies the package name, in our case express, and looks it up in the registry to find the latest stable version. Before the code is downloaded, npm modifies the package.json file behind our backs a little bit and adds a dependencies key. It's just one of those fields in there. If one doesn't exist, it creates a caret which indicates the version. Otherwise, it will go with whatever version was in there. We'll get into that in a sec. The package.json acts as a manifest. If I were to share this project, I would simply send the package.json file so that when npm install is run, my pre-built package.json indicates the correct versions needed and of what. Dependencies are needed for an application to run in production. Dev dependencies, on the other hand, are only needed while writing or building the actual code. Some examples are Jest and Mocha for running tests, and NodeMon for restarting servers automatically, and ESLint for checking syntax, as we covered in another video. Adding Jest as a testing framework via the package.json file, and in the beginning we went with version, I don't have to tell you, but anyway, the three-part number that we went with follows the developer standard practice of semantic versioning. So, for example, 29.7.0, I said it. The first part is the major number of the version, then the minor, and then the patch. The engines component of our JSON tells other developers which versions of Node.js the code was built for. And that's designed to decrease the chances of bugs. The package.lock.json functions as a snap of every nested dependency installed. It automatically updates whenever an npm command modifies dependencies. It must be committed to Git or another teammate runs the risk of encountering bugs. Same thing there. The scripts in the package.json were modified to streamline development tasks. By default, they say something like error, no test specified. We replace this with the Jest there, as you can see, the Jest framework for testing, which is a dev dependency. The keywords field is used to describe here in the JSON file, which I didn't use, but it's used to describe the project, and it's also used for SEO purposes related to the NPM website. The repository is a link or kind of like a business card where the source code lives. The license tells people what they're allowed to do with it. After we got Jest all set up and updated here in the JSON file, we had to run npm install to update it, and then npm start to initialize. We also built in some test cases to verify everything's working. So let's take a gander at those real quick, okay? Where are they at here? We decided to go with the temperature conversion test, just pretty straightforward here. A couple edge cases, couple standard ones. And this is, I think, pretty straightforward. I'm not going to go over like how this works really, but I think Fahrenheit to Celsius conversion done here using JS. Now, the converter tests, there's 6 of them used here. We have the freezing point test. Here, expect convert Celsius Fahrenheit 0 to be 32. If it's not, it fails. And freezing point, boiling point, room temperature test, which 20 to 68, I guess, room temperature. That's cool. And then we also have like the absolute zero test. Anything below 300, it's like not really relevant. Then the boundary of it as well, and the non-numeric input. So if somebody puts in like turtle or something like that. Let me make sure I've covered all the things I want to talk about here. Don't want to hit the pause button because it didn't go so well last time. Yeah, that about covers everything I want to say. And trying to do it all in one take here. I'll have it all in the GitHub repo. And yeah, very cool stuff happening here though in the JSON file. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.